Hey, it's Ryane, Danielle, LeCesne here. Happy to be back with you for another inspired thought video. We have been, over the last several weeks, looking at our 8-step quantum leap framework, and today we are back with step number 7, which is to quantum leap your brilliance. So I have a couple of questions for you to reflect on and think about. Do you have a goal or a dream that when you think about it, you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, you find yourself feeling anxious and stuck in paralysis analysis around where to start, how to do it, and how to gain momentum? Do you also feel like there are times with this particular goal or this particular dream that you are looking for someone or something to tell you exactly how to do it? Are you looking for some permission? All right, if so, if you answered yes to either of those questions or both, I want to let you know that I get it. I really do get it. As a heart-centered transformational leadership coach who specifically focuses on high-achieving women shift from feeling like imposters to activating and living their brilliance, to advancing in their careers, and to building their dream businesses with clarity, confidence, and peace, I want you to know that I really do get what it feels like to feel like you're not enough or you're not ready enough to achieve those goals. So I want to share a story with you. A couple of years ago, I was in the midst of starting my business. I had several successful client engagements. I had spoken on stages. Things, for all intents and purposes, were going well. I was building a business that I truly loved and felt like it was reflective of my brilliance. But the thing is that I knew that I wanted to take Inspire to the next level. And doing so was something that caused a lot of anxiety within myself. There was this one particular strategy that I had on my to-do list, which was to email a woman who I had met several years before in our social circle, who was truly like an Oprah to me. This woman is magnanimous. She speaks around the country. She is poised. She's graceful. She's older than I am, so certainly there was, some intimidation there. She's successful. She's bright. She's talented. She's everything. And being that she's in my social circle, she's in my inner world, close enough that I could send her an email and she would most likely graciously respond back and be kind. We weren't friends, but we certainly knew one another. And it had been on my to-do list for months to email her and invite her to coffee. You see, I had this idea that I would share Inspire with her and ask her to be a supporter. And being a supporter, I wanted her to talk about my coaching with her peers and her networks and to essentially endorse the work that I was doing. And again, for months, it had been on my to-do list. And so finally, on Friday, November 4th, 2016, I decided today is the day. I am going to send this email. Come hell or high water, this is getting done. And once I declared that intention, a whole wave of emotions also came with that intention. I started to feel really nervous. I started to feel overwhelmed, extreme anxiety. And I noticed this, whereas before it had kind of gone under the radar. I would think about sending the email and then that nervousness would kick in and it would show up as procrastination, stalling, over analyzing what I was going to do, kind of wordsmithing in my mind, and time would pass and it wouldn't get done. And so because I had decided today was the day, I was holding myself accountable in a way that when I felt the anxiety, I experienced it fully because I wasn't allowing myself to procrastinate. And I also recognized as a leadership coach, as a person who's deeply embedded in this transformational inner work, what was happening to me. I decided that I would push the voice recorder and record myself in this experience. And so I paced up and down my apartment, talking to myself in tears. And I don't mean just a few tears. I mean, I was sobbing because so much of me, with everything that I wanted to move forward. I wanted to write that email. I wanted to push send. I want this business to soar. I want to support people. I want to support high achieving women to overcome their fears. And yet I was terrified. I was so afraid. False evidence appearing real ran across the movie screen of my mind. I could see myself embarrassing my family. I could see myself not really articulating myself well. I could see myself being rejected. I could see myself on stage and people not really, paying attention, or having that thought of like, what if this actually gets too big? Am I going to be able to handle it? And what if I'm criticized? And the thoughts went on and on and on and on. And I recorded it. And several months after that experience, I listened to that recording and I wrote a journal entry. And I want to share with you my reflection on listening to that November 4th, 2016 recording. And this is what I said in a journal that I wrote March of that following year. I said, "That was an immensely powerful experience. I feel like I emoted the emotion of fear that was gripping me. I'm also able to see my pattern of growth a bit better. When I'm asking myself to be seen, when I'm asking myself to make my quantum leap, my body, ego, personality wants to shrink back. It wants to shrink back, to stay stuck in the quicksand. The experience is emotional, with feelings as strong physical responses that feel like I can't shake it, like it's in my body, like it's of me." I felt like fear was of me, like it was like coursing through my veins, fear. And I was so scared to write this email to a woman who I knew would graciously respond back to me. What was so fearful? What was so fearful was the quantum leap. It was stretching myself. It was growing. It was asking myself, really demanding myself to step out of my comfort zone. It's very, very scary. I get it. So this is what happened. I paced up and down. I recorded this audio, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a book. And it said, "The Power of I Am." And it was like a bolt of lightning. The power of I am. And I heard myself, "I am so afraid. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid." And it was shocking when I caught myself. And I said, I am talking myself into doubt and out of my brilliance. And I literally stopped dead in my tracks. I wiped my tears. And I started telling myself things like, I am my brilliance. I am divinely gifted to support women move through their fear. I have built a business that's working. I've got clients who are telling me wonderful feedback about their lives and implementing the work. I am highly capable. I'm gifted to do this. I am a person who knows how to support people make transformations. And I continued to talk myself into my brilliance. And imagine what happened. I sent that email that day. Now that's great. That is really great. What was even more profound is that, of course, she invited me to, or accepted my invitation to coffee. And most importantly, the most important thing, and if you take away anything from today's video, I want you to take this away. Most importantly, she hired me to be her transformational leadership coach. And I was able to support her at some very critical times during some incredible personal and professional growth for her. If I had stayed inside my small, shrunken box of fear, I would not have been able to be in her circle and sphere of support during those critical times in her life as her coach. Your playing small does not serve the world. Marianne Williamson. Your playing small does not serve the world. It requires a quantum leap. And it's not just me. I am hearing client after client after client say that because of her ability to take her quantum leaps, her dreams are rising up to meet her. I want that for you. I want your dreams to rise up and meet you because you are worthy of the divine visions that you have been gifted. And I want that for you. So here are my transformational questions for you. Are you ready for your quantum leap? Are you shrinking from your quantum leap, or are you facing it head on? And are you supported? Do you have the proper support to shift from fear, false evidence appearing real, into quantum leaping into your brilliance? If you do, I'm so glad for you. If you don't, I am here to support you. I am here to help you make your quantum leap, for you to experience your dreams rising up to meet you. So here's something that I want you to do. 2 things. 1, I would love for you to, at the end of this video, write what your takeaways are. Write 1 takeaway. And the second thing is, write down what is your next action step. If your action step is to get support, wonderful. DM me, send me an email, and I want to gift you a 30-minute Breakthrough the Quicksand session with me for free. Send me that email. But definitely write down what is your next step. It could be to get support. It could be to improve your self-talk. It could be to read another book. But I want you to know that the more you wait, the more someone's waiting for you. The more someone's waiting for your brilliance. All right, so take that quantum leap. Go get them. I know that you can. I'm here to support you. I'd love to hear from you. Those 2 action items, what did you take away and what's next for you? Love and light. I look forward to seeing you next week with step number 8. Take care. Bye-bye.